So in this video, I want to look at how we can determine whether two fractions are equivalent. And I've got two problems set up here. Now, the first one, we're asking are 55 over 60 and 110 over 120 equivalent? Now, the brute force method is to simplify both of the fractions down to as simplified form as you can get them, and then if they both simplify down to the same form, then they must be equivalent. With this first example, we don't need to do that. Now, the reason why we don't need to do that is that we can spot that to get from 60 to 120, we need to multiply through by 2. And I can do exactly the same to the numerator, because 55 times 2 is 110. And because this number are the same, that must mean that the two fractions are equivalent. Okay, so both of those fractions will simplify down to the same thing, because you can imagine that if I was simplifying both those fractions, if I just left that alone for the moment, I divide that one top and bottom by 2, I just end up with that fraction. So I will be simplifying the same fraction, but twice, essentially. Now, with the second example I have here, 24 over 60 and 90 over 225, it's not obvious if I can multiply 60 by something to get 225, and 24 over 90, 24 by something to get to 90. Now, you might be able to tackle this easier with a calculator, because then you could work out what you need to multiply 60 by to get 225 and show that's the same number that I need to multiply 24 by to get to 90. But that's, that can be quite fiddly. So what I'll do instead is I'll look at the two fractions and simplify them both. So 24 and 60 are even, so I can divide top and bottom by 2, so 12 over 30. 12 and 30 are even, so divide top and bottom by 2, so 6 over 15. 6 and 15 are both divisible by 3, so we get 2 over 5. So this one simplifies to 2/5. 90 over 225, top and bottom can be divided by 5, so we're going to get 18 in the numerator, and dividing 225 by 5, we're going to get 45. Now, 18 and 45, 9 goes into both of those, or you could just start with 3, but 9 goes into both of those. So we can divide top and bottom by 9, and we're going to get 2. 45 divided by 9 is 5. So 90 over 225 is also 2/5, which means that these are also equivalent. So in both of our examples, we have found two sets of equivalent fractions.